Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hez here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a video and show you guys my top 10 pickups from this year that I got that did not release in 2015. They released in previous years. I ended up getting a lot of OGs this year, so I thought this would be a fun video to do. I did the same format last year as this year. I already did a top 15 of 2015 that released this year. If you guys want to check out that video, check the link in the description. But let's go ahead and get into this one. My top 10, so starting off, I feel like pretty strong. Number 10 spot is the original Columbia Air Jordan 11s. This is the original, not the 2001 version. So this is the much older version. You could see the soles are really icy. Really insane shape considering the age of this shoe. I know that usually this stuff is super yellow. I know it's yellowed comparison to the white part, but usually it's super yellow. And then even the soles are lemonade, as the Jumpman Bosick would say. So this is the number 10 spot right there, the Columbia OGs. Number 9 goes to a pair that I tried to get and I did not get on release. I ended up getting much later. Shout out to Sneaker Street for hooking me up with a decent price on these. Definitely a decent price. The Dornbecker 8s. This is one that I saw a first look at. I met the child designer, I met the Jordan designer, and went to the Dornbecker event, and I did not end up getting the pair of these. I love the boombox with the shocker like on the back. And yeah, it's just a dope shoe, and this one definitely was a top 10 for myself for this year. Moving on, we have the number 8 spot, and this goes to another one that I ended up picking up fairly recently. But I got this before the holiday season, so maybe I got a better deal on it. I don't know, but I'm super stoked because I love this Concepts Nike SB collaboration with the snowman on it. I do have the black pair. So the fact that I was able to get these ones for under $200 was really like dope. And then shout out to T Blake because he actually gave me the lace locks when I was in Boston. He had some extra ones lying around, so they're little gold lace locks that only came with the Concepts collab, and I got them on these ones. But I love the detailing on here with anything down from the swoosh to the liner to the tongue, the satin tongue, and then obviously the all over print just kills it. And then the bottom, the green and red. So that is the number 8 spot. Moving on, number 7, a shoe that just retroed, and I've got tagged about 1,000 times. Shout out to all you guys that tagged me on this shoe right here. And this is the Air 120s, the Air Max 120s or Max Air 20s, 120s. You can see the foggy air bubble right here. I know Fomer Simpson and myself are big fans of these shoes. I had these back in the day. Mark McGuire had commercials with these shoes. A lot of people just didn't understand what these were. So it's kind of cool to see that they got a retro, got the alpha dots on the back. This is just one of those shoes that I really loved back in the day. And I was sold on the commercials, the Nike commercials that we saw when they didn't use social media and us and the blogs to really hype up the stuff as much. Back then, they used commercials like traditional marketing. And it sold me on these shoes instantly. I love how the fade happened from the orange to the yellow. I thought that was just super sick. So that is definitely one of the top shoes that I ended up picking up. Another one. Number 6 spot, Tailwinds. These are the Tailwind 4s. These ones you can see are a bit older. Let's see, 99 is the release date on these. And these ones are a pair that I just really liked. Like, I actually had this exact colorway, and I've been searching the internet to find a pair of these in a decent size, or like in a decent condition in my size for a long time, and they just rarely pop up on eBay. Part of it is the naming convention. It's the Tailwind 4, but because it's like one of those things where they didn't name it the Tailwind 4, the box doesn't say 4 on it. But I love the Max Air, the bubble on the back is so big. And then it has a little, the air on the front as well. And I liked the overall design of these, the piping and stuff, the different colors. I just thought these were a really clever shoe that they made back in the day. And this one is just in an immaculate shape, just super nice shape for buying it like on eBay. I think I got it on eBay, something like that. But yeah, dude, super crazy for myself. Definitely glad I was able to add that one into the collection. Let's keep it moving. Top 5. All right, so the top 5 pickups for myself that I ended up getting that were not released in this year. This one was a hard one to decide because all 5 of these ones are super dope for myself personally. They all have some sorts of meaning to all of them. The first one right here, the Air Max Deluxe. This shoe, this colorway, I've been looking for years. And shout out to a dude. I don't remember his handle, but I plugged him when I got these originally, and he actually reached out to me and sold these to me for a pretty decent price. It's hard to find a market price on these because there is no market for it. It's a shoe that nobody really knew anything about, nobody cared about. but it's one that I really loved from back in the day. I had this again, this exact colorway. I beat it up. I loved the print on the uppers. I loved it when Nike used this material and did these prints apparently from back in the day, because I was sold on a whole bunch of different types. I love the little clear translucent guard on the end, and the orange on the soles, and then the huge air pocket obviously on them. These things were just great, and these ones were really tough to find. I mean, again, years and years of searching. Shout out to the dude that hooked me up on these, because this is just one that I was hunting for such a long time. So the Air Max Deluxe, definitely a fan favorite for myself. One that most of you guys have probably never even seen or don't care about. But it's kind of like, that's the fun part about doing these type of videos. It shows you guys my history, I guess, with the passion of the sneakers that I've had for decades. And it's kind of fun to be able to show you guys some of the shoes that like now, like everybody's all about the Yeezys and this, that, and the next. But back then, there weren't hype on these shoes, but they were just shoes I bought from like the Nike employee store, and I got them for a good price, and I wore them all the time. And then now, like, I've been craving them to get them back in the collection. So I've done a pretty good job of establishing a lot of those ones that I had back then. Moving on though, in the number 4 spot is the 180 Force, as you can see right here on the tongue. It's kind of confusing because these ones look very similar to the Command Force, but they're not. It's the 180. Check out the release valve right here for the pump. This is a pump pair, and this is an insanely good quality shape. As you can see, I mean, 100% of the stars, 100% dead stock. And I mean, usually this air pocket back here is thrashed, and this whole upper part is completely yellow. And obviously there's some yellow in here, but all in all, this is a really good shape pair, and I got them for a really good price. I just love these shoes. I remember these ones, as I said in my other video, like these ones are ones that I wanted back in the day, and they were really expensive, couldn't afford them. And other players on my basketball team had those ones, and yeah, it would have been dope to have them, but instead of having those, I ended up having these ones, the number 3 spot on my list. The Dynamic Flights. This is a pair of Pippen's shoes that he used to wear back in the day. I believe this is the same era as the Air Jordan 7. As you can see, it has the Huarache liner, and it kind of reminds you of the Air Jordan 7. This is the first pair that I had bought with my own money. I remember still, I've talked about the story many times, but for those that haven't heard, I was walking home from school, I think in 7th or 8th grade, and I stopped by this Grimm's or Gimry's or something. It was the name of the shoe store, and they had these on clearance, and so I ended up buying them on clearance, but it wasn't this colorway. That's why this isn't the number 2 spot, because it wasn't this colorway. It was actually, or not the number 2, number 1 spot. It's the black colorway with a 33 on the back, which was Pippen's number, and I do have that pair, but not in my size. I'm still looking for that one in a 9 or 9.5 or 10. But I did get this one, and this one, comparison to the Phoenix Sun colorway, because I have 4 pairs of these now. Smaller pair in the white, the Phoenix Sun colorway, and the black and orange and purple, and then the black and red colorway. The black and purple and orange colorway is thrashed. This bottom area is like really moldy, but this pair is like pristine, really great condition. And I was really happy to add these ones into the collection for a really good price too. Rare that these come up on eBay, but whenever I see a pair of these available, I jump on them, just because it's the first pair that I bought with my own money, and it brings me back to the days of like the have-nots and really not being able to afford the other fancier things that were out there. But it's just a humbling experience. Every time I look at it, it reminds me of the fact that like I came from a place where I couldn't have, like, so some of you guys get to grow up with Jordans on your feet, and even though you don't have like a pair every week, you have one pair to last you through the year, through 3 years. I didn't have a pair of Jordans until much later, because I just couldn't afford them. So that is why that one is the number 3 spot. Number 2 spot for me is the original pair of the Penny Foamposites in the royal blue colorway, my favorite colorway of the Pennies. And I ended up getting these ones again for a super steal. And they're just in an amazing shape, considering. I mean, I do have 2 pairs of the retro, the last royal blue retro, and it's just dope to be able to get the OG pair in the collection. It's like just a really nice condition pair. And I know it's a little bit small for myself. It's not my size. It's a little bit small, but at the end of the day, it's just nice to have this. If I had like cases and stuff, like there's this shoe and the Command Forces would go in those, just because it's a shoe that you can't really wear, but it's one that I definitely I don't know, this is a shoe that turned my head and started turning me into somebody, I guess, somewhat more of a sneakerhead. As soon as he came out in 97, I was like, those are insane. Like, they look insane. I loved the futuristic look back then, and even today, if you wear a pair of Foamposites, people think it's kind of a futuristic shoe. But the number 1 spot on my pickups from 2000 and 15 would go to this shoe right here. It's a shoe that most of you guys, again, I just did an unboxing of these. Most of you guys are probably still like, what the heck are these? These are a pair of Nike Air Prevails, and these were a pair that I ended up balling in high school. I think freshman or sophomore year. I think sophomore year in high school I had these. And I told you guys a little bit about that in my unboxing video already. But these things were a pair that I played hoops in, and I just couldn't afford the Jordans and stuff like that. And I had a teammate that actually had these same shoes that came from a wealthier family, and it made me feel like comfortable. I was like for some reason back then it was definitely like, I don't know, it was just a trying time, like to not have the fanciest shoes or whatever. Like you felt kind of like embarrassed on most of these. But the other guy, he came from a wealthy family and he had these too, so I didn't feel as embarrassed. And myself and him bonded for years to come, because he was just a stand-up fun friend that I had that I played ball with. But these ones, they always take me back to that moment, you know what I mean? Same as these ones. These are the same thing, because it's just a pair that I've been hunting. They don't have the Air Prevails online very often. Very hard to find a pair of these, and not the exact colors that I had, but close. I'm trying to get the black and the white colorway of these eventually. If I ever find a pair, that would be the ultimate like cop for myself. And so in these ones, and then the black and the red pair of these ones, but close enough on the colorways. At least it's the model. But that's my top 10 pickups in 2015. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, that countdown was trash. There's so many shoes that are so ugly or blah blah blah. But that's why this is my countdown, and it's not like a hyped up countdown of like just random like super heat from years and years past. It's just ones that I really like, I have a personal connection to, which is why I do this whole channel, and which is why I enjoy doing this channel, is because it's just a fun hobby that I'm personally connected to, and I just enjoy everything about the sneakers. So leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did watch the entire video, please smack the thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know you guys watched the entire video. Appreciate you guys. Have a good holiday, and we'll catch you guys soon. Peace.